Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to this latest episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. As always, I'm your host, Van Eberts, and I will be your tour guide on this tour of craziness, of debauchery, of sleazy, skeezy movie talk. Okay, I'm probably overselling the sleazy, skeezy part of it. We're just going to talk about The Beekeeper, okay? So Jason Statham's latest movie that he's got going on, and actually in consolidation with the movie, I've got my Babylon Bee shirt on here as well, and also it's in to wear it in solidarity of all the heat that the Babylon Bee is getting right now for that Vivek, that classic, that excellent Vivek story, fake story that they put up there. So, but anyway, but yeah. So again, this is a Beekeeper episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. And as the name of the show implies, yes, there will be very many spoilers. If I said that right, yeah, there'll be a lot of spoilers, I guess is what I'm trying to say. In this. So you get one warning and one warning. Well, two warnings, actually. The name of the show is your first warning, and I just gave you the second warning right there. Okay, so you have been so warned, everybody. But yeah, this Jason Statham's in this, and he's kicking butt and taking names as always, and he's always got all kinds of good plans here as well.
Here's what we do. I go into the face-off machine, get a whole new face.
Do you have quarters? Because it costs 50 cents.
Well, I gotta pay.
No, because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, Jason Statham. Sometimes his ideas aren't so good, okay? And but I've got a good idea. We're gonna play the intro for Movies Merica. Spoiler warning right now.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
You damn right. You damn right. Yes, this is the Beekeeper episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning for all the ladies and gents, boys and girls that are watching here tonight. And real quick here, before I forget, I just want to remind everybody, you can get in the live chat on pilled.net and Rumble and YouTube, okay? So get in there. Don't be shy, okay? People aren't going to hurt you. We're all one big Movies Merica spoiler warning family in here, okay? And also, like the show, like the episode, and all that good stuff here. But anyway, let's get right into the Beekeeper, shall we? Okay, so the Beekeeper, man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about in this movie. I mean, it's not the Transporter 17, it's not the Meg 23 or the Mechanic 9. Or like that. This is a brand new, I think it's going to be the beginning of a new franchise for Jason Statham here. And he's off to a great start. I mean, in short, as you heard in my spoiler-free review that I'm sure you saw from last Sunday, I really like this movie. I think The Beekeeper is fantastic. It's like a callback to great 90s action, like Under Siege and Hard Target, Con Air. Instead of Nicolas Cage in a epic mullet, we've got Jason Statham in absolutely no hair whatsoever. Okay, and in the movie, it's even got a little John Wick in it. It sells you on the aura of the beekeepers. It makes it sound like, okay, there's only one beekeeper at a time, right? This specialized elite, well-trained, formidable, assassin, for lack of a better way of putting it, that restores the balance, kind of like the League of Shadows from Batman, right? It's the Beekeeper is like this one man or one woman balancer of society and criminality, and if something threatens the hive, then the beekeeper, in this case Jason Statham, has to go in there and has to mop up aisle 5. He has to clean up the mess that's going to threaten the hive, and he does that with guns and explosions and hand-to-hand combat and knives and whatever, just all kinds of excellent difficult tactics, basically tactics that if this happened in real life, Jason Statham would be dead in the first 5 minutes of this movie here. So, but that's why they call it movies, right? You got to suspend your disbelief. Okay. I mean, everybody, I don't know if you know this already, but movies are not meant to be documentaries. Okay. So I know that from the reaction of a lot of people to different movies, a lot of people think that all movies are trying to sell themselves as documentaries. Okay. Newsflash, Armageddon was not Michael Bay's idea for a documentary as far as what would happen if a meteor threatened Earth. Okay. Michael Bay did not mean that to be a documentary. So yes, it's very unrealistic, and you don't need to point out it's unrealistic. Okay. So, the Beekeeper is the exact same way. Okay. So, it's got ludicrous action in it. It's got, Jason Statham doing things that there's no way that he would have the time or the strength to do, but it looks cool, right? And, when you go to a movie, one of the number one things that a movie should do is entertain you. Okay. And all the cool action that he does, all the badassery that he does in the Beekeeper does exactly that right there. But I mean, this movie is just overall just all kinds of cool stuff in it. Obviously, as we saw, he starts out as this soft-spoken, reclusive, beekeeper. I mean, literally a beekeeper in the literal sense, right? He's handling bees, he's making honey, and he's chilling out in on Claire Huxtable's farm. Claire Huxtable from the Cosby Show back in the 80s. And Phylicia Rashad. I know, I'm well aware Phylicia Rashad is her real name. Because I think she's still married to a wide receiver, Ahmad Rashad, or ex-wide receiver Ahmad Rashad from the Vikings. But I get it. That's sports ball. That's sports ball. We don't want to talk sports ball here. But like in Under Siege, where Steven Spielberg. Steven Seagal played, Casey Ryback. He was the unassuming, soft-spoken, lowly cook who the whole time he was a badass Navy SEAL. He's about to take out Tommy Lee Jones and the rest of the terrorists. And so Jason Statham is the exact same way in this as Adam Clay, a.k.a. the Beekeeper, where he's just this unassuming character, but, you don't know, but he's got a particular set of skills, and if you cross him, it's your ass, okay? So look out. Yep. And then he teams up with, doesn't really team up with anybody in this. I mean, he's, obviously, he's a lone wolf, really. He's a wolf pack of one if you watch The Hangover, okay? And then you also get some great character actors in this. You get Jeremy Irons, who, again, is a callback to the 90s. Because remember, Jeremy Irons, he played the big bad in Die Hard with a Vengeance from 1995, and Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. And then we get Minnie Driver. And she's another callback to the 90s when she played Matt Damon's girlfriend in Good Will Hunting. Okay, so all kinds of 90s callbacks in here. And hey, we've got Battle Ravaged in the Pilled chat here. So good to see you there. Glad you can join me, and hope you're ready for some Beekeeper badassery. So, and definitely want to see a lot of the Pilled posse join me in the live chat here for this show, and want you guys to mix it up with each other and with me as well. And again, you don't have to just talk about the Beekeeper, okay? I'm not like a refereeing this thing. You guys could talk about whatever the hell you want in the live chat, okay? So live it up, all right? Because it's almost a weekend. We're all drinking, right? And we're just having a good time talking about
Jason Statham action movies, and I want to drink to that.
Yep, drink them if you got them, everybody. Drink them if you got them. I'm going to turn that volume down. I'm getting a little loud. Yeah, getting a little loud, a little proud going on in here in this episode of Movies America. Spoiler warning. But yeah, so we've got Jeremy Irons in this, like I mentioned, and now he doesn't play Hans Gruber's brother like he did in Die Hard with a Vengeance. He just plays like the ex-CIA director that is actually working for Josh Hutcherson's character. And Josh Hutcherson, you probably recognize him from Five Nights at Freddy's and the Hunger Games movies. And he's actually the big bad here. And actually, let me get that on there. There we go. That way we can really know we're talking about the Beekeeper. Yes, we got Battle Ravage there with a pirate flag.
Yes. You gotta make me walk the plank. Arr, welcome to me show, me your matey. Arr.
But yeah, Jeremy Irons, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Dangerous Liaisons. He was in a lot of movies like Dead Ringers. Jeremy Irons has been around for a long, long time, and his son Max Irons is a actor as well. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff in this movie. And the Beekeeper, really it's trying to be a morality tale, right? It's letting you guys know in the plot, obviously, that you get some scummy cyber criminals and they're scamming people out of their money. And unfortunately, Claire Huxtable is the latest victim, and she's kind of a dumbass when it comes to computers. And they just have one of those pop-up warnings. Hey, your hard drive is corrupted. You better call us up right away. And she calls the number, and then they basically just lead her on down the primrose path. And they're like, oh yeah, click on this, click on that, give us your password here. Eye retina scan there. Hey, how about a drop of blood on your keyboard here? And she's like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. And next thing you know, her money is wiped dry. Her money is wiped clean from all her accounts, including some charity accounts that she was in charge of. And then I would say this is out of character for her character. Not that we got to know Phylicia Rashad's character in this very, very long, but the way that she was interacting with Jason Statham in this, I find it very hard to believe that she's a character that would just blow her brains out. Okay, it's like, but you need an inciting, you need the inciting action, right, of every great story. There's always that inciting incident or inciting action to propel you into the first and second and third acts right there. Hey, Darth Jason is in the live chat on Rumble. Yes, I'm really glad to see you here, Grad. I went Japanese there for a second. Really glad to see you there, Darth Jason. Appreciate you coming in here and showing some support and enjoying the buzz around the Beekeeper here as well. So, and we got Rumble up here for live chat. We got Pilled for live chat, got YouTube for live chat, all that good stuff here. But yeah, so Jason Statham, he is actually he's invited to dinner, as we see in this movie, by Claire Huxtable, and I'm going to keep calling her that, even though I know her real name is Phylicia Rashad. So Claire Huxtable's like, hey, come on over to my house there, young man, and I'm going to cook you up some meatloaf and some pie and all that stuff. And so they're tight, right? They're buddies. And so then he goes there and he's going to bring her a nice jar of honey. Okay, so it's almost like a Norman Rockwell painting going on in this movie. It's a nice, sweet movie. You're probably at that point, you're watching this movie, it's like, is this an action movie? I don't know. This seems pretty
fuck you.
Elizabeth.
Heartfelt.
Yes, it's very heartfelt in this movie. And I'm like, is this like a Hallmark Channel movie or something like that? And then she blows her brains out, which we don't see. That's totally off screen and whatnot. But then, yeah, he goes there. He's there to join her for dinner upon her invitation. He's got the jar of honey and walks in and, sees that, she's blowing her brains out. And then it just so happens right at the time where he discovers Claire Huxtable's, dead body. All of a sudden, hey, Claire Huxtable's daughter breaks in or stomps in, right? Gun drawn and confronts
the Beekeeper.
And so they had their little confrontation right there. And then right after that, then we hear her daughter's, racist comment about Jason Statham. She's like, I don't know. All I know is I went in there and some white guy is in my mom's house. Like, what the fuck does him being white have to do with it? Okay. Like any guy of any color, okay, that you don't know would have been reason for alarm, but you got to throw that in there. So, but yeah, it's and then that's when I noticed in this movie's like it's very fast paced, okay, because 1 second she's got her gun drawn to the back of Jason Statham's head, as he's in her mom's house, and it's very tense and that kind of thing. She doesn't like him. She's looks like she's more than happy to pull the trigger and blow his brains out. And then you're like, what, 5 seconds later, there's a scene where like, hey, I'm sorry, Jason Statham, I'm sorry. I was just, a little tense and I just saw you in my mom's house and whatnot. Like, that's one of the faults of this movie is this movie doesn't really give the scenes the time to breathe, right? Like a good $3 bottle of Boone's Farm. You got to give it time to breathe. You got to flesh out the scenes and all that stuff right there. But it's one of those things where the movie could have used a little bit more runtime, and I know that's a knock on a lot of movies now. You're like, oh, the movie's too long. I had important stuff to do. No, you don't. You're just trying to be edgy and bitch about how long the movie is. Okay, so but anyway, hey, let's break it up here a little bit and check out some videos about Jason Statham here. So just to mix it up, keep it fresh, keep it new, because like they say, if it ain't new, it's through, right? And let's get that right up there and check these out. Let's see. We got the first one here. Let's check it out.
I'm big fan of your shit, and because I'm martial.
Do you do a Jason Statham?
I do, man.
Really?
I go, yeah.
Oh,
I go. I want Jason Statham to be. I want you to do a movie because I said sometimes when I'm watching a Jason Statham movie, I can't hear his voice. It's so fucking low, And so I said, I think you should make a movie called The Librarian. And then Jason Statham comes up and goes, I told you guys to be quiet. And you're still fucking talking. Was that all right?
You did Jason to Jason.
I did Jason to Jason, goddammit. I'm telling you, I have so much respect for the way you do action. And I wish the Oscars awarded people with action. They don't give a
Jim Norton is just sitting there in the middle like, I don't know what to do. I'm just taking it all in. I don't know what to do, but Jim Norton is pretty damn funny. I love his comedy here. But hey, you know what? Let's keep it going.
President Statham, what are you going to do about the economy? What am I going to do about the economy? President Statham, what are you going to do about the economy? What am I going to do about the economy? You think I give a fuck about the economy? Fuck, he just shot his press secretary. I don't give a fuck about the economy. Denzel Washington would be a good president. Huh, right? They'd be fucking cool. But he would think he was in a movie, though. That's the problem. President Washington, the white one. We had the white one, now we got the black one. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about the economy? Oh, okay. What am I going to do about the economy? Is that what you're asking me? Huh? You asking me, huh? Okay, my nigga. Just trying to ask me questions, okay?
Let's get out of that. There we go. So, but, yep, there we go. But, yeah, I thought that was, a video, a couple of videos there to break things up, going on here. So, but, yeah, we got to break that up here. Pause that right there. Losing control of the situation here, everybody. Losing control of the situation right there. But yeah, I mean, pretty good impressions of Jason Statham. And then, hey, they threw in some Denzel Washington in there to keep everything new and that kind of thing. So let's check out live chat, see who we got in over here. And hey, Darth Jason Movies, Joker, howdy's friends. All right, saluting. There we go. Just mixing it up over here in the live chat in Rumble. And let's check out over on Pilled here to see if we got Battle Ravaged in here. Throwing the old saltfest.live. Definitely check that out. So, and Pilled is a platform you definitely should check out. Pilled is one of the newer kids on a block in the social media sphere. Okay, so you've got like grandma and grandpa's Facebook, right? You've got the blue-haired crazy ass liberal lemmings, with the bones of their noses. They use TikTok, and then you've got all the hot, wank it to them 24 hours a day long, hot chicks using Instagram. And then you just got the cool ass people just using Pilled, using Rumble. Well, Rumble's not really a social media; it's more videos. But yeah, Pilled is kind of like just kind of the best of both worlds. It's very social, and you've got you can get your live streams going on Pilled. But definitely check that out there. So. Yeah, we got Video Demon Slayer in here. He's flying Han Solo going on in the live chat. So welcome to the show there. Absolutely. The more, the merrier. Let's fucking do this. What do you guys say, huh? Yeah, let's do it. Real quick here, let me let you guys know all about something over here. I mean, we got to mix it up. Okay? And we got to keep you guys all informed about all the good stuff we got going on here with the Till Death Podcast Network, okay? Because every great empire, like the Till Death Podcast Network, the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, Genghis Khan, they have to have their own website, and so do we. And that website is tdpn.locals.com, yes. And that's where we have all our great content, like articles and videos and blogs, all about movies and entertainment, cocktail recipes. If you want to get your drinky on, you got some great cocktail recipes in there. Got like a spicy old-fashioned recipe, I believe, that Sean, that you guys all know from the Whiskey Capitals podcast, put on the website. We talk about politics, or I should say Sean and Sketchy. They talk about politics and hot button topics on tdpn.locals.com, right? And then as you see down below, if you put in promo code TDPN, you get 1 month free membership just for you, okay? And then after that, it's like just $3 measly dollars per month for VIP access to the tdpn.locals.com website right there. And you're going to get all kinds of cool access to everything in the website there if you're a VIP member, okay? So you get time up in the the bottle service balcony up there at the club, and okay, I'm overselling it. You don't get that, but you get all the trips you want to the champagne room. Hey, all right, champagne room is half off here for the fellows on Tuesday night. Okay, maybe not that either. So I'm overselling it too much. Overdoing it too much, Van, too much. But you should still get to tdpn.locals.com, put in that promo code, and get that 1 month free membership. All right, take advantage of us, okay? Take us, like, just use us and abuse us, for that 1 month right there, okay? But that's tdpn.locals.com. And also, real quick here, just while I'm thinking about it, like this episode, like my channel. On Rumble, on Pilled, on Gab, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. Just likey. Just hit that like button. Just smash the fuck out of that like button, okay? Like it just looked at you the wrong way, right? Like it just said something about your mama, all right? And just smash that like button. And then also subscribe too. I'm on Pilled. Subscribe to my channel on Pilled and X and Gab and Twitter, or not Twitter, X, I should say. I think I already said X. There, Instagram, Facebook. Okay, so I'm on there under @Movies Merica. Okay, on all those locations that I just mentioned that. And you know what? If you follow me, I will follow you back. Okay, that's a guarantee. Just like Han Solo is saluting me here on Pilled, thanks to Video Demon Slayer. You bet. So, and then also, get in the comments on this episode. If you're watching this later on, hey, if you're not watching it live and you're watching this in the year 2047, get in the comments. Let me know what you thought about my show, okay? Or get in the comments tomorrow. Let me know if you couldn't watch this live here, and go from there. All right. So Well, we talk more about the Beekeeper, right? I mean, that's what this episode is all about, right? It's all about
Jason Statham playing the beekeeper. He's not the transporter. He's not the mechanic. He's the beekeeper in this, yes. And the beekeeper would want you to get in the live chat, and we'd like you to get in the Pilled and Rumble and YouTube and do it right now, okay? Otherwise, I'll do an Italian job on you, and it won't be pretty. It will not be. Not at all.
I gotta stop doing it. That's hard in the voice. But yeah, like I said, yeah, this movie is not too long. I like this. This movie is a very efficient 1 hour and 45 minutes long. Okay, and now in spite of that, though, there were some scenes in this, notably with the FBI agents. So Claire Huxtable's daughter and her partner. The FBI agents in this, they were just like, when they were just going back and forth, they were putting me to sleep. Okay, man, this movie was going.
She's gone from suck to blow.
And in those scenes, and I was like, come on. I was like, and then I just hear gunshots. I'm like, oh shit, okay, hey, there's gunshots and there's a firefight going on. Oh shit, okay, time to pay attention again. All right, excellent right there. So yeah, keep those FBI agents off the fucking screen, I'll tell you, because it's they're boring the shit out of me. But it just gave me a chance to get some good winks, catch some Z's in between the scenes and that kind of thing. So it was all good. And so I mean, you got to take the good with the bad, right? And that's what that's all about. And so then you got some of the characters in this movie that are just over the top. I mean, they're just balls to the wall, nut the butt crazy, right? You got the scene where you've got Jason Statham's Beekeeper replacement shows up, right? And she looks like a arm to the teeth Amy Winehouse is basically, if Amy Winehouse wasn't like, worm meat right now, she was still with us. But it looks like, yeah, just somebody straight off of that movie. You remember Smoking Aces from back in 2006 or 2007 with like Ryan Reynolds and Ray Liotta and Andy Garcia and all that stuff. So yeah, there was like some crazy motherfucking like hitmen and hit women in Smoking Aces. And so yeah, she looks like she just came right out of the movie Smoking Aces. Right there, it was just glorious right here. So I'm gonna take care of a little housekeeping right here. I'm just gonna do this here. Get my affairs in order. There we go. So yep, I gotta run a tight ship here, everybody, on Movies America. Spoiler warning. Okay, it's a one-man show here at Movies America. Spoiler warning Corporation. Absolutely. So, but yeah, I mean, and then you get like Josh Hutcherson, as the main baddie in this movie, and so he's got like a spoiled, rotten punk in this, and he's the son of the president, the son of the president. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, we'll get into that a little later on in this, but then Josh Hutcherson, he's not just the president's son. He's got his fingers in all kinds of sleazy, skeezy, scandalous businesses. One of which is, these cyber criminals, this call center that likes to call up, helpless elderly people and steal all their money, steal all their clams. I mean, it's a fucked up operation. And so, but he makes big dollars doing that. And so, the guys that he has working at these call centers that are training up all the minions that are stealing all the nice old ladies and nice old gentlemen's money. Well, the guys that are training them are like straight out of the Wolf of Wall Street, right? There's like straight out the streets of the Bronx or Brooklyn. And you hear in the Beekeeper that these are like connected guys, right? Connected to the mob or the Cosa Nostra, right? And they sound just like, hey, let me tell you all about I'm making these calls and ripping off these motherfucking old people, okay? Yeah, I mean, it's just, and so the Beekeeper, Jason Statham, when he goes to confront them, he's getting mixed up in something a little bit more serious and like, roughing up some thugs at, behind the bowling alley or something like that. He's going up against the mob, right? Or guys that are connected to the mob, but this movie also, that's one more thing this movie does a good job of is escalating the stakes, okay? Because then we find out, well, he's not just dealing with Don Corleone, he's not just dealing with John Gotti and the mob and the Cosa Nostra. This thing goes all the way up to the presidency, okay? We're talking about going up all the way up to the White House, because obviously, like I said, Josh Hutcherson plays Derek Danforth, the son of President Danforth in this, and so yeah, the Beekeeper, he's getting mixed up in some shit, okay, up in this movie, and we can see it, and just the stakes get elevated. I mean, you start out as just this soft-spoken guy wandering around in the fields, tending to his bees. He's just keeping his bees, talking to a nice old lady, Claire Huxtable, and then the next thing he's mixing up with SWAT teams and the FBI and dropping SWAT team guys down an elevator shaft and splitting dudes in half. I mean, I remember that scene that took place in the elevator at one of the call centers where you got the FBI guys or some SWAT team coming after him, and he Jason Statham outsmarts him, and he basically rigs up that plastic explosive with the det cord to the cables on the elevator, drops that elevator, and then they hear the detonator beeping, and so yeah, the one guy's like, everybody off the elevator, man, let's go. And a few of the cops don't make it off the elevator soon enough, and next thing you know, they get sliced and diced there, and so I thought that was like, holy shit, that is some gritty, brutal action up in this motherfucker. Okay, so absolutely, we got the Joey Bag of Donuts. You know what I'm saying? I knew Joey Bag of Donuts. He's a good dude. Okay, he's a connected guy. He's a good fella. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but one time I had to say like, hey, Joey Bag of Donuts, who died and made you boss? Capiche? Come on, yeah. Yeah, so he's going up against connected guys, and also going up against the presidency in the Beekeeper. It's all kinds of shit going on here. So let's check out another video. What do you say here? Because I'm my attention deficit disorder is getting the best of me going on here. So let's check this out here and get rid of that. We're just clicking buttons here, everybody. Okay, I know I'm telling you how the sausage is made in here, and you should never ever do that because it bores the living fuck out of everybody watching the show. So let's pretend I didn't just say that. Okay, so let's do that right there. We go.
Let me go on without you. Let me go on.
Hey.
You do impression.
All right, so enough of that right there. Okay, so we're gonna knock that off right there. I thought it was kind of a slightly humorous video there with Jason Statham there. Poor Jason Statham, poor bald ass Jason Statham. Okay, but he's doing all right. He's doing all right because he is married. I think he's married to her. I know he's had a couple of kids with. Let me look her up. I'm gonna show you like who he's married to. Oh man, she's a Huntington Whiteley. There we go. Let's get a picture of her because you guys are probably going to recognize her. Let's see here. There we go. Let's get that up there. Yeah. Let's check that out here. So I'll show you who he's married to. He's doing all right. All right. Jason Statham is doing all right. He is not hurting when it comes to his love life here. So yeah. So that's who he's married to. Right there. Okay. So yeah, you probably recognize her from she was in the third Transformers movie after Megan Fox. I think she got fired because she was like talking shit about Michael Bay, and so I think Michael Bay saw to it that Megan Fox was not going to be in any more Transporter movies at all there. But yeah, Jason Statham, he's all right. He's crushing it in the old hottie department there. So, but yeah, he's got a couple of kids with her. If I was with her, we'd have about 17 kids because we would never leave the house. it'd be freaking takeout all the time, or it'd be delivery all the time. But yeah, Jason Statham, charm life. But yeah, definitely a very talented guy, as we all know. So, but all right. Well, you know what? I showed you Rosie Huntington Whiteley, and she got me thirsty because I was thirsting for her, and so when I get thirsty, I want to do a little brew review time, shall we? And let me tell you guys all about a brew for you. Let's do this. All right. Hey, everybody. So, yeah, let me get over here. I got to remember the camera's over here. Okay, up there. Let me turn that the right way here. So let's get that going on. All right. So we got a little Hanalei Island IPA going on here. And this is from Kona Brewing Company. And as you would guess from the name of the beer, it's based out of Hawaii. Okay. So Kona Brewing Company. I think there's a Kona Coffee Company as well. And yeah, this is a very tropical IPA because it's got passion fruit and orange and guava in it. And obviously, since it's an IPA, it's got hops in it, right? So it's an India Pale Ale for the uninitiated. If you're trying to figure out, hey, what does IPA stand for? India Pale Ale. But it's not too hoppy. It's not too hoppy. It doesn't overdo it like some IPAs and then double IPAs, of course. But if you're drinking a double IPA, well, you're drinking it because you want hoppy shit going on, right? So, but yeah, this is really good. This is like 4.5% alcohol by volume. We've got a IBU rating, that's International Bitterness Units for all you civilians, 40, I believe. And yeah, it's like it does the trick. Okay, if you want a beer that you can just drink while you got your toes in the sand, all right, you're sitting on a Hawaiian beach checking out, the hotties and whatnot. Maybe Rosie Huntington Whiteley is there. And you need something to cool down the old flames. You could definitely do worse than a little Hanalei Island IPA right there. Okay, so but really good. And I don't like every single beer I review. I mean, I'm not getting any money from this brewery, from Kona Brewing Company at all. But so it's a totally objective opinion. But this is a really good IPA. I would highly recommend it. It's not too heavy. I mean, most IPAs aren't, but it's obviously heavier than your piss water, like Bud Light, the tranny fluid that is Bud Light and Coors Light and all that stuff. So if you want something a little bit more imaginative than that piss water, yeah, if you're feeling creative and you want yourself a man's beer, yeah, get yourself a little Hanalei Island IPA. But enough of me yapping about this. Okay, so let me take a tug off this bad boy. Excellent. So yeah, get yourself some. Now, you might not be able to find it, like, say, at your liquor store or anything like that, particularly if you live in a town with, like, one, stoplight in it. But even if you live in a town like that, you could probably get it, off of, like, drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com, or Open Bar. I think that's Open Bar is an app you can go to get them to deliver obscure beers that you normally wouldn't get, okay? And yeah, check that out. And I'm not getting any money from any of those websites as well. I'm just trying to help you out with getting your hands on some tasty ass brew, okay? Because that's what I do for you. All right, just trying to help you guys out, man. Because I'm a man of the people, everybody. All right, so that's been brew review time. All right, so hey, do we want more Beekeeper? I think so. I want more Beekeeper because I'm going to watch this movie again here sometime. I want to check it out. I think this one is good enough to buy, to be perfectly honest with you. For me, a movie's got to be really good for me to actually go out there and buy like the physical media and whatnot. So, because I only got so much room, okay, and I am not trying to take up too much room up in here. I want to check out live chat, see if we got anybody else on Pilled and Rumble and YouTube. Yeah, hey everybody, feel free to send the link out for this show. Video Demon Slayer, Battle Ravaged, if you're still with me, Darth Jason, Unfolding Joker. I know my man Unfolding Joker. Yeah, I know he's sharing out the link to this episode right there, man. He's puts in massive effort for yours truly. And man, I totally appreciate it here. So he doesn't know how much, but I do. So when you're in this content creation game, you appreciate any support, anybody that's trying to help you out, and that is how we do that. And I'm sure I'm embarrassing him, and I'm going to stop talking. Okay, but yeah, as we all know, Jason Statham, he's like one of the more dependable action stars, and he's got he came to prominence, or not prominence, but he became a name in the early Guy Ritchie movies, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and Snatch. And Snatch is a really good movie with him in there playing Turkish. And then, he's had more recent, some really good, more recent movies like Wrath of Man and The Bank Job. But he's also had some stinkers, okay, some bloody stinkers. At least in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Crank movies or The Meg. Come on. All right. I want to watch like The Meg is pretty much like just Jaws on steroids, it's like Jaws on human growth hormone. And it's just goofy and wacky, and I can handle goofy and wacky. I mean, hell, I love Raising Arizona. It's a great movie. It's a crazy, wacky movie. But The Meg is almost like it's trying to be serious, and so I wasn't a big fan of that. But The Beekeeper, we're talking about The Beekeeper here, everybody. And yeah, The Beekeeper is a great movie. And the action is kick ass. I mean, David Ayer, the director, he did End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena, and then he also did Street Kings and Harsh Times. And Street Kings is a movie where probably a lot of people, watching this right now or watching this later on or in the live chat, they're like, Street Kings, what the hell is Street Kings? Never seen that movie. Well, Street Kings is a pre-John Wick Keanu Reeves movie, okay, where he plays this corrupt cop, okay? He's like straight out of like the early 90s LAPD, right? Where they were getting their, tit and ringer from all the corruption in the LAPD. And so he's in there. He just like plays a cop on the take, yet he's got some morality to him, and it's like just this. It's Forrest Whitaker's in it, and Jay Moore, the comedian's in it. So check it out. It's like a good gritty cop action movie. Oh, it's got Chris Evans in it. So Chris Evans, I think even before he was Captain America, was in Street Kings, and so he's like one of those. Chris Evans, one of his rare. I should say rare. One of his non-Captain America roles in there is it's basically Chris Evans with a buzz cut. Okay, and but in that movie, I brought up Street Kings because it shows David Ayer's flair for just really gritty, bloody, brutal action, and The Beekeeper has that in droves, but just on a higher scale, on a bigger budget scale. Okay, and it's. And I like all the action set pieces because, once you get past the quiet part of this movie, with Phylicia Rashad and Jason Statham, and he's bringing a jar of honey and they're out in the country in the farmhouse. I have to get past that quiet part of the movie and to get into like all the ass kicking, all the butt, all the badassery. I don't know where I was going with the butt thing. Let's pretend I didn't say it. Yeah, then you get all the action set pieces going on. He goes to that first call center and he basically just, blows that fucking building up, and he's kicking all the security guards' asses and all that stuff. And then, he goes to the other call center. Actually, no, then he's got the baddies, he's got the connected dude and all the thugs coming after him, in the barn where he makes the honey, and he's just impaling guys with with tools and cutting the guy's fingers off, with a saw and shit. I mean, just good old action. I mean, that part really reminded me of that tool shop scene in Under Siege with Steven Seagal, where Tommy Lee Jones terrorist thugs are going in there, and Steven Seagal's like cutting dudes' arms off with the fucking bandsaw or whatever, pretty brutal, man. Pretty hardcore in that. So, but yeah, really good stuff going on in this movie here. Let me refresh something here because I want to stay all refreshing over here in Pilled. And again, Pilled, check out Pilled, pilled.net right there. All right. Let's break it up again here a little bit. And let me tell you guys all about my friends at after we get this done here. All right, Nature Clear. Nature Clear. There we go. There we go. Nature Clear recovery powder. I owe it to you to tell you all about it, okay? And what is Nature Clear recovery powder? Well, it's this powder that you can take to avoid getting a hangover, okay? Because, you know, when you're watching my show, you're probably drinking, okay? Maybe you're drinking to cope with what I'm saying and having to watch this show, or maybe you're drinking to celebrate the fact that you're watching Movies Merica. Spoiler warning, okay? All I know is I'm drinking, okay? And sometimes I overdo it, and I'm not above doing that. And so if I've got a feeling that that might happen, I might overdo it, then I grab myself a little Nature Clear. I put the beer down, and I grab myself some Nature Clear, okay? And all you got to do is take this, throw in like 12 ounces of water or like your typical bottle of water, shake that bad boy up and chug that on down before you hit the beer patio or before you hit the clubs, okay? But the great thing is with Nature Clear is if you're out there and you're like 17 tequila shots in, you're like, holy shit, I forgot to take my Nature Clear. Well, take it easy on yourself, okay? Don't beat yourself up too badly because all you got to do is just take it when you get home, okay? So, you know, when you crawl out of the Uber and you crawl into your house, well, crawl a little further to your pantry and grab yourself, you know, your Nature Clear, okay? And just chug it on down before you crawl over to the futon and retire for the evening, okay? And then it also helps you recover from smoking and vaping as well, okay? And so by now, you know, if you're smart, you're asking, Van, how do I get this incredible product? Well, I shall tell you. All you got to do is click on the Nature Clear link in the description down below, all right? And then, you know, grab all the products out of there that you want, get it in the cart, get it in the shopping cart, and then use promo code MOVIES in the cart there. And you're going to get up to 25% off of this stuff right here, everybody, okay? So the hangover you cure could be your own. So do yourself a favor. Show yourself some self-love. Okay. That's not what I meant. Okay. So just do yourself a favor. Get yourself a little Nature Clear and help yourself out there. But yeah, let's check out some chats. See if we got any more chats in here on the pill. No one there. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, we've got a lot of shows going on tonight here, and let's go and check out some other videos. What do you say? Let's do that. Let's get out of there and see what else we got. Just check out some other videos going on right there. Let's get the hell out of there. There we go. All right. Get the hell out of there. Get our ducks in a row over here on Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. And we're at the mercy of my internet connection, and we have got to get rid of that. My God. YouTube has got a mind of its own, and I'm not trying to do that shit going on there. Okay, let's do this. Feel that. I think I got a demon in my iMac right there. I need some holy water stat. Okay. Big time. All right. So it's probably operator error. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I think, as we all know, as we would all guess here. Okay, let's get on in here and check this out and share this shit. Get that up on stage. There we go. All right.
We have time.
Right.
It's my show.
Sure.
We have all the time in the world, right? I don't do any impressions.
I'm going to teach you to do a couple. Do we have time?
We have time.
All right.
It's my show.
Sure.
We have all the time in the world.
All right, beautiful. So I had to learn how to do Jason Statham.
Apologies for the shitty picture quality right there. So, but I hear the fan on my iMac going crazy right now. So, hopefully you guys are seeing me okay. Let me check here the playback. Want to make sure that you guys are seeing me okay. And all right, make sure we're not all hung up. All right, I think I'm. All right, let's do this. All right.
When I can teach you, you can entertain your family at
Okay,
parties.
let me just pause. You had to learn how to do Jason
I
Statham?
did.
Okay.
I had a book out a couple years ago called How I Slept My Way to the Middle.
Is that available on Amazon?
It's available everywhere. You can
Please
get books.
order.
Yeah. You'll have a little lower third.
Yeah,
Shows
we'll
people
run
how
that
to work.
through.
Sure.
It's not going to happen. We can't afford the
there's
graphic.
no lower third.
But go ahead.
So I was on the book tour.
Sure.
And I was following Jason Statham on these talk shows because he had a new movie out because he hadn't had a movie out in about 6 weeks. Thank you. And then I heard you don't sweeten the show, so I'm just going to wait for the laugh.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So laughs at home.
That's right. I would follow him on these shows, and they would say, Jason Statham was just here. We know you do impressions. Do you do? And I didn't,
Sure. Okay.
so I had to learn. And then I taught myself how to do Jason Statham. And I realized, and there's how I'll teach you. He says 6 words in a row, 6 very specific words, faster than any human being on the planet. If you say those 6 words in a row, you'll have a Jason Statham. They are, do you know what I mean? Which he says as, Joe mean. If I put you in that chair, you'll be dead in 30 seconds. Joe mean. Did you say chow mein? The song you said chow mein.
But what he was saying is 6 words.
Joe mean. 2 syllables. The name Joe and the word mean. Gruff the voice up a little bit into your camera.
Is that my camera? Great. Joe mean.
So close.
I gave it an extra syllable.
You added a 3rd syllable.
Hang on.
Not necessary.
I'm going to try this one more time.
Yeah, Joe mean.
Tiny camera. Here
Tiny
we go.
camera. Here we go.
Take
Take 2.
tiny camera.
Take 2.
Joe mean.
Done.
Hey, that felt really.
Yeah.
I felt.
Do we have time to learn Liam Neeson?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, good. So I was sent to the grocery store with a list of items. As a man, I had not written the list down.
Sure.
And I'm trying to remember the items, and I'm driving again by myself. And for some reason, as I remember one of the items, I say it out loud to the rear view mirror.
I know this has nothing to do with Jason Statham, but this Liam Neeson thing is kind of funny. So we'll check it out.
As Liam Neeson, having never thought before, hey, I should do Liam Neeson at some point. He's an action hero in his 60s.
So it just got beamed into your being.
I just was driving, and suddenly I went, bananas. No reason. I had not heard or seen Liam Neeson say bananas in a movie.
Sure.
Ever.
I don't think it's ever been written down for him to say.
And now I'm picturing him in an IHOP. What would you like with your pancakes, Mr. Neeson? Bananas. Yeah.
So
it's ERS at the end.
So you're saying banana, but you're saying ers at the end.
I'm saying ers at the end.
Here we go.
Enough of that right there. So, but yeah, Kevin Pollak, man, he can definitely do some great impressions there. So he does a great William Shatner and all that good stuff right there. Well, let's do another one. What do you say? Let's mix it up. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this train going here with these videos. What else we got here? What do we got? Let's check it out. Oh, we got Tyrese.
Out of those 3, Jason, Van, and Luda, who flubs their lines the most?
Probably Jason.
All right,
because he has to be convincing with his UK accent.
Right. So he got different pressures.
Yeah, he's got some different types. He's like, how do I scare you? But yet, when I talk, it sounds like I'm trying to give you some candy. Or some ice cream. Would you like some candy?
Yeah, I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to kill you.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't sound believable.
Not really scared.
Right.
They got to work on their facial expressions to make sure that what they're saying is even more threatening. So you'll notice, like, so what are you saying? Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, man,
Everything is very, like, super menacing because they know when they talk, it sounds like, would you like some ice cream?
And then it's like, cut. How was that, fellas? Was that okay? Was that
okay? All right. So good stuff right there. So Tyrese has got a halfway decent Jason Statham impression as well. So, but yeah, just some funny shit I found that I thought might make you laugh your butt off right there. Let's get that off of there. There we go. I gotta control my iMac over here. Don't let the iMac control me. Okay, so let's do this here. I want to get into one of my favorite segment of every episode, and if you've watched my show before, you know my favorite segment of every show is the movie military moment. And if you've never seen my show, then you might be asking, like, what the fuck is the movie military moment there, Van? Well, what that is my chance, my opportunity to pay tribute to a member of our military who has actually been a recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Okay, and I think like just taking a few minutes out of this show here to pay homage to them is the least that I could do for them. And so now you might be asking, like, what does movies have to do with paying tribute to a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient? Well, I will tell you, everybody, okay? So as you would imagine, in order to be awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, whatever you did has got to be some eye-popping shit, okay? It's got to be just amazing for the eyes to behold. And so if you saw it in a movie up on the big screen, right? Yeah, again, your eyes would be popping out of your head. It would be a massive movie military moment, okay? And so that's where the movies come into the equation here with the movie military moment. And so with, as you would expect, as you would demand, any honoree with the movie military moment, you know, at the very least deserves their own music, okay? And I am here to oblige, okay? Because I feel the same way. They deserve their own music. So let's play that shit. This is the movie military moment. And in this movie military moment, the honoree is one Corporal Victor H. Espinoza, who fought in the Korean War. And let's learn more about Corporal Espinoza right now, shall we? Corporal Victor H. Espinoza distinguished himself by acts of gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond a call of duty while serving as an acting rifleman in Company A, 23rd Infantry Regiment, 2nd Infantry Division, during combat operations against an armed enemy in Chorwon, Korea on August 1st, 1952. On that day, Corporal Espinoza and his unit were responsible for securing and holding a vital enemy hill. As the friendly unit neared its objective, it was subjected to a devastating volume of enemy fire, slowing its progress. Corporal Espinoza, unhesitatingly, and being fully aware of the hazards involved, left his place of comparative safety and made a deliberate one-man assault on the enemy with his rifle and grenades, destroying a machine gun and killing its crew. Corporal Espinoza continued across the fire-swept terrain to an exposed vantage point where he attacked an enemy mortar position and 2 bunkers with grenades and rifle fire, knocking out the enemy mortar position and destroying both bunkers and killing their occupants. Upon reaching the crest and after running out of rifle ammunition, he called for more grenades. A comrade who was behind him threw him some Chinese grenades to him. Immediately upon catching him, he pulled the pins and hurled them into the occupied trenches, killing and wounding more of the enemy with their own weapons. Continuing on through a tunnel, Corporal Espinoza made a daring charge, inflicting at least 7 more casualties upon the enemy, who were fast retreating into the tunnel. Corporal Espinoza was quickly in pursuit, but the hostile fire from the opening prevented him from overtaking the retreating enemy. As a result, Corporal Espinoza destroyed the tunnel with TNT, called for more grenades from his company, and hurled them at the enemy troops until they were out of reach. Corporal Espinoza's incredible display of valor secured the vital strong point and took a heavy toll on the enemy, resulting in at least 14 dead and 11 wounded. Corporal Espinoza's extraordinary heroism and selflessness above and beyond the call of duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army. And we salute you, Corporal Espinoza. And that has been the movie military moments. All right. Love that segment. Love it. And then, hey, if anybody knows Corporal Espinoza's family or any friends, let them know about this. You know, if you've seen this and you think that they would get, they would be touched, you know, if they would be honored, if they would appreciate checking this out, yeah, let them know. I mean, if I was one of their family or friends, I think that seeing this and seeing someone pay tribute to their loved one would be fantastic. Okay, it'd be excellent, excellent. Okay, you know what I'm saying? There. So I mean, would they like it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know this shit. Play that shit. All right, so we're gonna move on here. Let's check out. There we go. Hey, we got Sipping with Sean in here. Oh, hi, Mobius. Hi, Don. Hi, Mark. Yeah, got badass. Got little George Patton, not little, got badass George Patton in here from Video Demon Slayer. Absolutely. So, and I'm gonna red pill that right there. That's another thing that you can do in Pilled is they don't have like buttons in Pilled. They have something better. They have red pills. So if you like a post or something like that, you red pill that bad boy, okay? And then if you don't like it, you do the blue pill, okay? So, but yeah, that's one of the cool features of Pilled.net, all right? And I got Darth Jason over here, yeah, laughing it up. Yep, absolutely. So cool shit going on here. All right. So, and then, hey, just let me take this little chance to mildly beg for money, okay? Because I'm not shameless enough, to, or I'm shameless enough to actually beg for money, okay? I should rephrase there. And how you do that is on Rumble, you can give me what's called a Rumble rant, okay? And that's where you hit the $ down there where you type in your live chat message, and you can, donate a little change my way, okay, $1 or $2 or 500 or 1,000, whatever you want, okay. So by all means, if you want to go high dollar, if you want to be a high roller, I do not object. And then in Pilled, you can give me what's called gold pills. You can share the wealth with gold pills there in Pilled.net. It's a really cool operation. And then also in YouTube, you've got super chats, that kind of thing. So if you want to show a little appreciation, okay, if you can appreciate a guy getting up here and and talking about a movie to either recommend the movie to you or warn you from wasting, your $15 to go see the movie, or if you have a family of 6, your $7,000 going to see a shitty movie. I want to be that guy that warns you away from a shitty movie, so you don't make that $7,000 mistake taking, the wife and the urchins or your spouse and the urchins to the movie. Okay, so if you can appreciate that kind of effort, appreciate that kind of gesture, yeah, Rumble rant, gold pill, super chat, whatever you like. Okay, so all right, enough shameful begging for money. It's just, I know I'm not proud of myself there either. So, all right, let me grab a drink here real quick because that movie military moment took a lot out of me. So emotional. Oh yeah, good to see everybody there in the live chat here on Rumble and Pilled, Sipping with Sean, Video Demon Slayer, Battle Ravaged, Darth Jason, Unfolding Joker, and et al. Okay. All right. So you know what? I want to tell you guys all about my top 5 Jason Statham movies. I mean, come on. I mean, who doesn't want to, hear what my top 5 Jason Statham movies? I mean, you're only human. You got to check that shit out. And because The Beekeeper stars Jason Statham and seems apropos, right? So let's get right up in that shit right here. Okay. So the top 5 Jason Statham movies. And we're going to go down from 5 to 1. So let's check it out. What is Jason Statham's number 5 movie? Snatch. Snatch from Guy Ritchie. So yeah, when you see old Jason right there on the far right. And it's a movie where he plays a character Turkish, and he's like a fight promoter. And it's been a while since I've seen Snatch. It's been a while, actually, since I've seen a lot of these movies here. And so I'm probably not going to have a whole lot to say all about them. All I remember is that they are good, and I remember which ones I liked and in what order. But could I write a book report on these movies or a movie report on these movies right now? No, because it's been way too long. But I remember Snatch does kick ass. And they've got Brad Pitt in there. And he's, Brad Pitt at this point, this movie came out in 2000. We're used to seeing Brad Pitt as this big mega movie star, right? And he decided, hey, I'm going to help out Guy Ritchie with Snatch, lend it a little star power. And so, yeah, Brad Pitt's in this movie as Mickey. But yeah, Jason Statham plays a fight promoter in here, and he's just trying to keep shit together because in this movie he's like seeing all kinds of like just disaster, all kinds of just mayhem and shit going down and that kind of thing. And we got Video Demon Slayer here. Before I just saw that out of my right eye. I'll drop you a cookie or two when I top off. There you go. I appreciate that. All right. An Unfolding Joker. What's up? I'm late to the party. There you go. All right. So that's all good. Hey, better late than never. Just show up when you want, that kind of thing. So, but excellent. But Snatch, yeah. So you got the late great Dennis Farina there. You got Vinnie Jones, who's in a lot of Guy Ritchie movies. You got Benicio del Toro there in the far right. It almost looks like Biggie Smalls, right? Notorious B.I.G. there, right next to Jason Statham, but that's not him. But I forget what his character plays in Snatch. Again, it's been a while since I've seen Snatch. Okay, it's been a while since I've snatched Snatch, the movie that is. Okay, and yeah, Unfolding Joker. Yeah, Snatch, great movie. Got it into his Apocalypse collection right there. Excellent. There we go. A tip of the cap to you, good sir, right there. You could do worse than Snatch, but yeah, Snatch is you're like a quintessential Guy Ritchie crime thriller, from back in the late 90s. Well, this came out in 2000, but Snatch is one of those movies that you want to have the subtitles on, or you want to have closed captioning on, not subtitles, but closed captioning on, because there's all kinds of like British accents you can barely understand, when they're talking about wrong days, and they're like, what the fuck? What the hell are these guys saying here? And especially Brad Pitt. That's like one of the characteristics of Brad Pitt's character is like you can barely understand what the fuck he's saying. So, and Unfolding Joker, you ain't lying, cult classic type of movie. So, man, it actually makes me kind of want to watch this movie later on tonight. But yeah, snatch yourself some Snatch, the movie. Well, and the other, if you want as well. All right, so moving on to number 4,
The Beekeeper.
Hey, we've heard about this movie here lately. Okay, so this The Beekeeper that this episode is all about. It's good enough to get into my top 5 Jason Statham movies. That should convince you to go check it out. And yeah, it's, again, like I said, it's just a callback to good 90s action like Under Siege and Con Air, The Rock. And it's unpretentious. I mean, it's not woke. It's not trying to preach at you or anything like that. It's got a great cast. I mean, you got Jeremy Irons in it. I got Claire Huxtable in it. Hey, all right. I appreciate that R4 cents there. Appreciate you stopping in and staying high. Thanks for the cookie. Appreciate that. Tasty. But in the action in The Beekeeper, it's brutal. It's bloody. It's gory. Okay. And it's sudden. And that's a David Ayer, the director, David Ayer. That's a David Ayer signature. Okay. Because, yeah, if you've seen Street Kings and Harsh Times and Fury, another Brad Pitt movie, Fury's another David Ayer movie where Brad Pitt plays the tank commander in that. That movie doesn't pull any punches either when it comes to the fucking gore. It's nuts. And neither does The Beekeeper. Now, The Beekeeper is not as morose and depressing as Fury, because Fury, was a World War II, in Europe movie. And yeah, it's like just shows you the horrors of war. Not the good kind of horrors, just the horrors, the scariness of war. And but The Beekeeper, yeah, check it out. If you take one message away from this episode, it's to go see The Beekeeper now. Okay, it's in theaters right now, so definitely check it out. And so we're going to move from number 4 in my top 5 Jason Statham movies to number 3.
That'd be Homefront. Yes, one of my favorite movies that I filmed.
And we got James Franco in here from Spider-Man, and got a bunch of other movies. He was, what was that? He's in The Interview with Seth Rogen. They're interviewing Kim Jong-un or whoever in that. Hey, Sketchy Jesus. What up, dudes? What's up? All right, good to see you here and supporting the Movies Merica, supporting the Till Death Podcast Network family. Absolutely. Winona Ryder's in this. She's not in this movie very long whatsoever. And then Kate Bosworth. Kate Bosworth, Kate Bosworth, if you look her, if you Google her, I mean, you'll look at her like, oh yeah, her, and she's fucking hot as fuck. Okay, but in this movie, they white trash her all up. I mean, she's looking pretty haggard. Okay, she's borderline looks like Woody Harrelson's landlady in Kingpin. Okay, not quite as bad, but almost there. Okay, and so it's almost a shame what this movie does with Kate Bosworth because she's a complete fucking smoke show in real life, but they white trash her up pretty good in Homefront. And then James Franco is the main bad guy in Homefront. And Homefront is his character kind of dresses like he does in Beekeeper, right? He's got looks like he's shops at Cabela's, and he's just out in the country. He's like a rugged man's man, that kind of thing. And yeah, he's like a retired DEA agent, and he just retires after a bad bust gone wrong, if I remember correctly. And he's got a daughter, and so he takes his daughter, and they kind of live out down south, in the country. They live out the quiet life, right? Or so he thinks. And so they get in a scuffle at school, and that leads to like mixing it up with James Franco, who's like this, drug dealer. And shit goes down, and Jason Statham, instead of being, this unassuming, quiet dad, he gets to, enjoy life, with his daughter. Kind of reminds me like Commando, right? Schwarzenegger's Commando at the beginning of Commando. He's just trying to live the good life with his daughter, right? Up in the mountains, just chilling out till these fuckheads like kidnap his daughter. Well, kind of the same thing with Jason Statham on Homefront. He's just trying to live a quiet, peaceful life with his daughter. And then some shit hits the fan, and it's on. And then it's good that it's on for us because we get ourselves Homefront, the movie. Yes, all right. And got some good live chatting going on here on Rumble. And you know what? Hey, the live chatters, the Pilled Posse. Look what's going on over in Rumble, the live chat, man. They're kicking it. They are getting in there. They're mixing it up. The action is fierce in Rumble live chat. So you guys are gonna measure up, all right? Get going, okay? I want to see some action in the Pilled live chat here for Movies America. Spoiler warning, okay? And then YouTube, forget YouTube. YouTube is. I always say YouTube is like that lame house on Halloween where you go there trick or treating to their house and they hand you out like a pamphlet for a dentist and dental floss. And like Pilled and Rumble, I like the house you go there, they give you like the full size fucking Snickers bars. It's the place to fucking be, all right? It's the party place, okay? And so yeah, Pilled, Rumble, check it out. Get on there, and we got some badasses here on Rumble and in Pilled, checking it out, live chatting, mixing it up. All right, but yeah, Homefront, it's a good action movie that takes place down south, and we got to. So we got James Franco with a southern accent, I believe, and Winona Ryder and Kate Bosworth. She's white trashing it up, and got Clancy Brown in it too. Clancy Brown, remember Clancy Brown? He played Kurgan, the big bad from Highlander. He played the main guard in the Shawshank Redemption, and he was in Starship Troopers. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. Clancy Brown, check him out. Like, I mean, you look at Google Clancy Brown. You're like, oh, that guy. That guy's been in fucking everything. All right, and so Clancy Brown, he's got a bit part in Homefront. So another reason to check out Homefront. Absolutely. So, all right. So let's move on to numero dos. That would be The Bank Job. The Bank Job is probably a pretty unknown Jason Statham movie, not one of his more well-known. He's not one of the Transporter movies. No, not at all. This is a little bit more understated, but it's a good movie. It's got a great plot. It's got big stakes in it. Not the ones you eat, like just the plot and lot to lose. Those kind of stakes. And so he's in that with Saffron Burrows. Saffron Burrows is another smoke show. You would know Saffron Burrows perhaps as the wife of Eric Bana in Troy. Okay, remember the Brad Pitt movie Troy, and Eric Bana, his wife in that. That's Saffron Burrows, and so she's also in The Bank Job. And yeah, it's like this good British heist movie that tells, actually, it's based on a true story of a bank job from back in the early 70s. And it's got like kind of that Guy Ritchie flair to it, that grittiness as they take this bank. And it's another one where you probably want to have the closed captioning on because there's a lot of British accents. But it's got a lot of names. You watch the bank job, and obviously Jason Statham. But it's one of those movies you're going to watch it like, where do I know that guy from? Or where do I know that actress from? Where the hell they are? And it just makes you want to like bust out IMDb and start checking out what movies all these people are in. Pardon me. Little burr. All right. So, but yeah, check out the bank job. It's good action, good suspense. The title could use a little work. I mean, maybe we could just call it bank job. It's cleaner. Get the off of there. So, but all right, everybody, it's that time. It's the ultimate time. It's the time for numero uno here in my top 5 Jason Statham movies. And that number 1 movie would be Wrath of Man. Yes. Jason Statham in another Guy Ritchie movie. I think it's his most recent. It's either that. It's either this is his most recent Guy Ritchie movie, or there's an Operation Fortune movie that might have come out after this. But anyway, Wrath of Man, great movie with a very serious feel, a very serious vibe to it, but some electric kinetic action in this thing. Okay, so this is a movie with high stakes in it as well. And it's but it's a lot of great action, a lot of great suspense, some great acting, a lot of great characters in it, very well written in this. And so basically it's him where it's not revealed who Jason Statham truly is at the beginning of this movie. At the beginning of the movie, you just think he's like some guy who's going to work for this armored truck company, right? And we get Holt McElhaney from last week's, I believe it was last week's movie that I did, Holt McElhaney, the Iron Claw. Holt McElhaney played Fritz von Erich in the Iron Claw. Well, he's also in this movie, Wrath of Man, and he plays like his trainer in working for the truck company there, the armored truck company. And so, yeah, just you start thinking like, oh, this is just this movie about Jason Statham. He's going to work for this armored truck company. But it's revealed in the movie that there's more than meets the eye with this guy, and what his motive is with going to work and trying to get a job at this armored truck company. And you get some takedowns from some thieves, of these armored trucks. There's some murders going on there. The deaths of one particular innocent character that's really the nitro boost to this movie. Okay. And it really gets it going on. And this innocent character gets killed, and it just basically makes Jason Statham go,
no, God, please, no.
yeah. And so he's got a little agenda to him. Okay. But it's got some faces that you would know. It's got Scott Eastwood, one of Clint's 37 kids in it. Scott Eastwood, you would know him from some of the, or at least one of the Fast and Furious movies. And of course, obviously, Jason Statham is in a few of those as well. And it's got, what's his, again, Holt McElhaney's in it. Oh, it's got Josh, from Josh, what is his name? The guy from The Faculty, Josh Hartnett. We just saw him in Oppenheimer. Got Josh Hartnett in it. Just a bunch of guys in it that you recognize. And so it's just Josh Hartnett kind of in a supporting role. So, yeah, great characters, great acting in it, great stakes. The action is just frenetic and kinetic. It kicks ass. The muzzle flashes on the automatic weapons alone is worth the price of admission of checking out Wrath of Man. But and yeah, it's just got some brutal kills in it. It's just the blood is flying and great chases and great suspense. And it's just one of those movies where the best thing to do is go into this movie just knowing nothing about it. Don't Google it. Don't look it up. Don't do any research on it. Just go into this movie fucking blind, and you'll love it that much more there. But yeah, so get out there and check out Wrath of Man. You will not be sorry. You're gonna want to give me some cookies. You're gonna want to make me some brownies. You're just like, wow, Van, thanks a lot for turning me on to this Wrath of Man movie, man. Definitely do it. Absolutely. So, but yeah, checking out live chat here. Got some good shit going on in the live chat. People mixing it up, getting to know each other. Yeah, you bet. But yeah, that's been my top 5 Jason Statham movies. Yes, let's get back here and get that off of the L. Yeah. All right. Let's just check things out here. Okay. So, like I mentioned here before, so I mentioned that Derek Danforth, the Josh Hutcherson character in The Beekeeper, he reminds me of someone that we all know. Okay, he's the son of the president in this movie. Okay, and so I'll just cut to the chase, cut to the quick. He reminds me of Hunter Biden. He's basically playing Hunter Biden in this movie, and so we're gonna do a little Hunter Biden versus Derek Danforth comparison here, and so obviously Derek Danforth is on the right. They're the main baddie in The Beekeeper, and then we got Pedo Joe's Shame there on the left, engaging in one of his favorite pastimes here. So Hunter is just recovering from nightmares of Marjorie Taylor Greene, no doubt. There he's hit the pipe. Okay, so I mean that's what they always say, right? You try to keep your boys off the pipe and your girls off the pole, right? If you're being a good dad, being a good parent. Well, let's do some comparison, shall we, between these characters here and see if Derek Danforth meets all the criteria to be Hunter Biden. Okay, so child of the president, check. Drug addict, check. Loves himself some prostitutes, some ladies of the evening, the world's oldest profession, check. Illegal use of a gun, checkity check, checkity check. Yes. Does sleazy deals to make money for the president, check. Blackmail magnet, check. So he's filling out all the requirements to get his Hunter Biden merit badge. Okay, so it's so that's why when anybody with more than 2 brain cells to rub together is going to watch this movie, go, holy shit, Derek Danforth, that's Hunter Biden. And that's the thing about this movie is, again, not only does it not have any woke in it, this is a very based movie. Okay, it's almost like I don't want to call it MAGA the movie. It's not MAGA the movie. It's like conservative the movie. Okay, because it's real Americans, salt of the earth kind of Americans would like this movie because you got this this man's man, far from a purple-haired, bone through his nose, pronoun using, dickhead. You've got Jason Statham. He's not at all like that, right? Again, he's man's man. Looks like he shops at Cabela's. He's wearing the Carhartt all the time, and he's going in and he's taking down the power circles, right? He's taking down the scammers, the cyber criminals, and then that leads to the president and the elites and that kind of thing. The deep state, if you will, okay, the deep state in the White House. And again, it's this guy that basically just, we could call him Captain Cabela's, taking this elite infrastructure down. And so yeah, it's pretty much just like what you would want your president to do. I mean, we the next president, I want them to I just want them to go scorched earth on all the fuckers that are wronging us, that are trying to destroy this country. Okay, all the people that are being divisive on purpose to divide and destroy this country. And so we would want somebody like Adam Clay or the Beekeeper to take those motherfuckers down. And that's what the Beekeeper basically is all about. Okay, they're taking down the powerful. All right, so it's yet another reason to check out the Beekeeper. But I thought it was very important that we take an inventory about Derek Danforth versus Hunter Biden in this. It's just my public service for you. Okay, it's got to do that, and that's how I roll.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
We're all right. So I'm going to drink to that. And if you guys like drinking, hey, hit that like button. Smash that like button on this episode, okay? Just hit that like button on this channel, on the Movies Merica channel, and follow me, man. So follow me, subscribe. If you follow, subscribe, I will follow and subscribe to you as well, okay? Tit for tat, tat for tit, whatever we want to call that, okay? So that's how I roll, okay? Because I'm not going to ask you to follow me and then be that guy that doesn't follow you back. Come on, man. I don't roll like that. Hell no. All right, let's check this out here, and let's mix it up. Let's get old crackhead off of there and get Derek off of there as well. We are done with them. Inventory has been done on the crackhead versus Derek Danforth. So we're moving on. We're getting ready to wrap up this bitch. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this Beekeeper episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. And hey, if you know anybody at all that you even remotely suspect would like this episode, or Movies Merica spoiler warning, or my Movies Merica live that I do on Sundays, let them know about that. Send the links their way. And I've got a shitload more episodes than just this one. Okay, if you go to Movies Merica on Rumble and Pilled, you're going to see a shit ton of more episodes about all kinds of movies here in the last two and a half years. Okay, so been going at it quite a long time. Okay, I've been at this for a very, very long time. It seems like 75 years ago I started Movies Merica, back when blowjobs cost a nickel. Oh yes. I stole that last line from underrated movie The Long Kiss Goodnight. Okay, so all right, so let's proceed on, shall we, with the business of the day. And our first order of business is letting you guys know all about www.moviesmerica.com. And what's there? Well, that's the location of my audio only episodes of my Movies Merica live spoiler free episodes that come out every Sunday. Okay, and now if you want to see the episodes early, like the earliest, I mean, just watch them. Don't listen to them. Check them out on the live stream that comes out every Sunday at 3 Central. So was that 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, and 1 Pacific. But moviesmerica.com, if you really want to go to a website to just listen to the audio only ones, it's there for you. Okay. But I'm usually lazy and I procrastinate, and I'll get those out there until like Tuesday or Wednesday, when you could just watch the episode live on Sunday afternoon. Okay, so and I'm usually spoiler free reviewing the latest movies. Okay, but not always. I sometimes go retro. Okay, sometimes we jump in Doc Brown's DeLorean and go back in time. All right, Battle Ravaged. Hey, consider doing some Criterion Collection reviews. Yeah, food for thought. Yeah, I mean, I do. I've got some Criterion Collection movies here, and so definitely should do that, because I think I'm gonna have a whole lot of time, Battle Ravaged, to do that this year, because thanks to the actors strike and the writers strike last year, there's gonna be a lot less new movies, or somewhat less new movies coming out this season, this year. And of the ones that are coming out, they're probably not going to be that great. So there's probably going to be some weeks where I'm like, oh my God, the new movie that's coming out is dog shit. Okay. And sometimes I'll even review those ones. I don't, if a movie's dog shit, that's not going to stop me from reviewing it, because half the point of me doing this is to save you from going and seeing shitty movies. So I have to fall on that grenade and see shitty movies, which is not the hardest job in the world. I realize that. So, but there's some weeks where I'm like, God, I can't do it. And so, yeah, I could do some Criterion Collection reviews. There, Videodrome, yeah, classic David Cronenberg movie with James Woods, based James Woods. Okay, James Woods is taking some serious heat for being based here. So Yeah, definitely take that under advisement. Good suggestion, Battle Ravage. And yeah, good to see you on Rumble here as well. You bet. All right. And then just to remind you, I'm also on X and Instagram under @MoviesMerica. I'm on Gab @MoviesMerica. You can check me out at Instagram. I don't have much on Instagram, to be perfectly honest. And I'm on Facebook as well. You can look me up on Facebook, under Movies Merica. And so check me out there. The X page, that's a really good spot to go to if you want a nice, easy spot to go to for the links to each Movies Merica episode right there. So definitely check it out. And then I put my stupid little movie-related posts out there and that kind of thing. So, pardon me. I know, very classy. If you want to check out my shit out there on X and Gab and whatnot. And Gab is a great site to go to out there. The Inner Circle of Salt is a great, I believe, group or page, whatever they call them out there, to check out on Gab. Unfolding Joker, that's in the Rumble live chat, is out there on Gab. I'm sure I think Darth Jason's out there as well. A lot of people that you see in live chat are out on Gab. Okay, so check it out. All right, and moving on to tdpn.locals.com. I told you about that earlier. That's also up there at the very top. And that is our website for the Till Death Podcast Network. Lots of goodies to check out there for your entertainment value. All right. And moving on, keeping this train moving. Every great empire has got to have merch. Okay, I remember Julius Caesar with the Roman Empire. He had his own merch store. Okay, Genghis Khan, the Ottoman Empire, Alexander the Great. I'm sure he had his own merch store, and so does a great empire like the Till Death Podcast Network. And so get to our merch store via the merch store link down in the description. Okay, get in the description, click that merch store link, and get yourself some good TDPN merch. You get yourself some Movies Merica merch, Sipping with Sean, the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. I got the Till Death Podcast merch in there. I mean, all kinds of shit. Okay, it's the Sears and Roebuck catalog, if you're old enough to remember what the fuck that is, of the Till Death Podcast Network. Get it, get in there, do it. All right, and then we got @Till Death Network, solo.to/Till Death Pod Network. Okay, and that's where you can go to get all the links to anything that has to do with the Till Death Podcast Network, like this show, Sipping with Sean, the Whiskey Capitalist podcast, the Till Death podcast. Okay, that's where you go to get all the links that have to do with that. Okay, if you don't want to have to hunt and peck all over Al Gore's worldwide interweb to find that shit. Okay, so get all the good stuff there. All right, proceeding on to solo.to/Till Death Studios. Now, why would you want to go there? Well, if you are in the content creation game, the media creation game like myself and Sean and Sketchy that you see on the Whiskey Capitalist podcast, and you want to class up your content, okay, with like cool shit like the background that you see right there, okay, Movies Merica background, the overlay up at the very top, the @Movies Merica, the cool intros that you saw there at the very beginning. If you want someone to create fantastic shit like that for you to class up your content, we'll go to solo.to/Till Death Studios, and my man Ian is going to hook you up with his particular set of skills. Okay, so get there. Don't hesitate. Get it done. Get it done. All right. And Darth Jason is sending some good emoji love over here. So is Battle Ravaged. Love it. And now I got to say, I'm very disappointed on pill.net. I haven't seen any titties on pill.net. And that's one thing you'll realize when you get on pill.net. Okay, if you've got kind of like a, if you're like me, you got like the sense of humor of a 12-year-old still to this day, you'll love pill.net and their stickers, as they call them right there. So because there's a lot of titty stickers, okay, and God bless them for it, I tell you. But I was hoping to get some bodacious tatas, some mammary mounds, some sweater cows in pill.net in the live chat right there. So, but we'll see if they can hook me up. All right, so we got solo.to/I'm Sean Cav, and that's where you can go to get all the links to all things Sean Cav. Okay, and Sean Cav, He is half the dynamic duo that you see there on the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. And he's got his own show, Sipping with Sean. It comes out every other Friday afternoon. And if you go to solo.to/I'm Sean Cap, you'll see he's got his fingers in a whole lot of other stuff. Okay, maybe that sounds dirtier than I really intended, but okay. Anyway, so just go to solo.to/I'm Sean Cap, and moving on, if I can salvage this thing. All right, and then we got solo.to/The Whiskey Capitalist, and that's where you can go to find out all the links, or see all the links, I should say, to everything dealing with the Whiskey Capitalist podcast show that I'm sure a lot of you guys here in the live chat have checked out. Okay, that show comes on Monday and Wednesday nights, and so all the links that have to do with the Whiskey Capitalist podcast are right there. Okay, so to go to that address, the URL, so to speak. Okay, and then lastly, solo.to/Till Death Podcast, and that is the headquarters for all the links that are related to the flagship, the OG show on the Till Death Podcast Network, the Till Death Podcast that Sketchy and his lovely wife Jen do every other Saturday afternoon, where they give you the husband and wife perspective on all kinds of hot button political topics and funnies and that kind of thing. So it's a good cozy little time to check out every other Saturday on the Till Death Podcast. All right, so let's get that on off of there and checking out Still No Titties on Pill.net. What's up with you people? Come on, let's check it out. Maybe it's maybe they're giving up titties for Lent on Pilled right there. You never know. You never know. But you know what? Speaking of Pilled, let me get on here, and we are about to release the Scratchin'. Yes, here, see if we got any gold pills here. We may not actually have any pills to release here. Let's check it out here. Let's see here. Let's release it and see what we got. So I've officially released the Scratchin' on there, and we'll see if anybody grabs those pills. Okay, so pop those pills on pilled.net. So that's the thing, is like, so you can release the Scratchin' on Pilled, and that's where if you got any gold pills, you can release those, and then anybody in the live chat can grab those gold pills, and those pills, they equate to moolah, to cheddar, to the cheese, to clams, okay, to dinero, okay, and so you don't get that on YouTube, that's for sure. So that has been officially released. So if there's any out there, definitely grab those out there. Let me get in here and get my ducks in a row. All right, where are we at here? Okay, and just to let you guys know here that what I'm going to be going over, the movie I'm going to be going over in spoiler-free reviewing this Sunday is ISS, okay, for International Space Station. That's the biggest new release this week. And so this Sunday at 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain Time, and 1 Pacific, my Movies Merica live show will be on Pilled and Rumble and YouTube, and definitely check that out. Okay, so that's my spoiler-free review that comes out there. Okay, so blow off NFL football and playoffs and all that shit. DVR that shit and watch my shit live. Okay, so now if for some reason you can't check out Movies Merica live on Sunday afternoon, you're hurrying home to check it out, but then you saw a bus full of orphans that fell into the river, and you had to rescue the orphans out of the bus there, and you couldn't make the show because of that. I understand. You could always watch a recording later on. Okay, but if you're not in that situation, check out Movies Merica live Sunday afternoon. Okay, for my spoiler-free review. Okay, and then of course a week from tonight I will be doing ISS. I will be spoiling ISS Rotten for you on Movies Merica spoiler warning a week from tonight. Yes, so I'm hoping that movie is good. Okay, so I hate going to see shitty movies, but hey, I'm willing to do it for you guys to fall in that grenade and warn you guys off of shitty ass movies. Okay, so that's the least I could do for everybody here. Okay, especially the ones that are in the live chat and commiserating and all that stuff, supporting me in this here show. Okay. So, all right. With that, everybody, as I always say, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya.
Hey, everybody! Hey! I got the police after me. They're coming after me, okay? But I got just enough time to ask you. Just like this video, if you would, and then subscribe to this channel, okay? I'm gonna be in handcuffs pretty soon. I gotta tell you. And so before they haul me off, make sure you watch these videos over here, okay? And thanks for watching this video and the Till Death Podcast Network, okay? I gotta go.